Everybody, and welcome to Mariah's Sanctuary. I'm Mariah. Sorry if you can hear the noise outside, but people in the neighborhood are breaking up the snow to shovel it, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. Me and my family were doing the same thing a little while ago, so yeah. Tired, that's how I am. I didn't even know you were in here, Nick, because it didn't say any number, so I didn't know you were here. Yeah, I'm tired. Was hoping my dad, well, me, my dad, my sisters, and my mom were doing the shoveling, and the snow is as hard as ice, and my one neighbor slipped. Yeah, that was the whole thing. And then someone else in the neighborhood slipped. Uh, yeah, that was the whole thing. Because on one side, our side, you get the sun on our side, and the other one, um, yeah, they don't get as much sun. So it was black. My dad slipped on that side. My dad slipped, and my neighbor slipped, and someone helped him up. My dad slipped by trying to help them on that side. Thank God both of them are okay. That was bull. Like I'm It's because the sun doesn't hit their side, my neighbor's side across the street. So that whole side is like basically how ice skaters skate on the rink kind of thing. Yeah, like it's freaking was it man. The snow was pissed. It pissed me off because it was the way they plowed it was garbage, and then it made it harder for us. It made it more impacted at the end of the driveway. So it was some bull crap. It was. Um, yeah. It's like honestly, it's probably been like this before. I just don't remember. My mom was telling me it had been like that before with ice and snow mixed together, but I don't remember that. It must have been before I was helping with shoveling. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be sore tomorrow because it was really, yeah, impacted. Oh, and thanks, Nick. And anyone who wants to vote for what day you want the celebratory live stream to be, the poll is up. It's been up since this morning. Whatever gets the most votes, and even if it's a tie, I'll pick which one I want. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. Instead of doing a second poll, I'm just gonna pick which one I think it works best for me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you can hear that. That is definitely either somebody plowing the street or definitely probably one of my neighbors scraping their because I'm pretty sure it's either a plow truck or one that my neighbor's scraping up the thing because of the way that the freaking ice is. That's so freaking bad because it's like you have ice on top of snow, so it made it. That's why it was harder for us to break it up on our side. It was way hard for my neighbors on the other side of the road to scrape it up because the sun's not hitting it, so it's black ice over there, which is why my neighbor slipped and my dad slipped on that side of the road when he was trying to help him over there, which is bullcrap, by the way. Um, you said you voted for a time. You're not sure if you can make it when it happens. If it's on that Thursday. Oh, okay. So I guess we'll see what happens. If you don't make it, Nick, you can always watch it later. I know you like being at my live stream, so um, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I've experienced icy patches on the road and on the sidewalks more than once. So I know either me or my sister slipped when we were teenagers, or either teenage. I think we were teenagers because I think we were in middle school. Yeah. Um, because the people. This is why I was trying to do the sidewalks, but they're too hard to get done, so I couldn't do them. And we don't have enough salt right now. So and then because people are freaking shit. Like I'm sorry, they are. They just took all the salt, so we can't get the salt to do the sidewalks. So I can't even if I wanted to do the sidewalks, there would not be salt for those kids to. So they would slip, and I don't want them slipping and hurting themselves. I know what that's like. I mean, I've slipped before on ice because no one did their crap like they were supposed to do it. So that's a whole problem. Um, I don't like that people are freaking hoarding the dang crap. It's not just your stuff. Like, I understand if it's every other people. There's some people that probably hoard that crap. It's just not okay, in my opinion. Especially because other people, they're not the only ones that have to shovel. Um, but other than that, I gotta do this freelancing job I was doing. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do some more today because I was doing some before. I did this shoveling, but I know I'm gonna be in intense pain for like the next several days because it's how it always happens when I have to shovel the snow because yeah, it's just a lot. Because especially with the ice mixed with the snow, it made it harder to do than normal. Um, yeah, so we'll see. I'm still gonna do as much as I can. The good thing is it has to get done by the 28th of February, so I got time. So we'll see. Yeah, some shit. You said, see, and then you said even people are trying to sell it for that's some garbage shit. Like people selling it for profit when they know people need that crap. You son of a no. Honestly, no one's gonna go buy from no other place when they need it right now. Why would you? Why would I be doing that? Waste my time. I don't. That's not doing that. I wonder what the little sticker thing on the side means. Actually, I don't think I care to know. But and one thing I'll say, I'm never gonna change my celebratory live streams to. I'm just gonna keep it on subscriber only forever because I'm not having any trolls mess up my thing because I noticed when I put it on when I put let anybody in, then we have a whole lot of trolls to deal with. Yeah, actually it was rain mixed with snow mixed with I think it was freezing rain and snow. And I think that's what happened because my I looked outside my window. You could see because there's trees next to my window and my mom's. Um, I could see the icicles coming off of them, so I knew it was definitely cold out there. It was my when I was outside, my fingers were all red because of yeah, because all the blood was rushing to them because they were like really cold. Um, it was I think it said it was 27. It's 28 degrees, but it feels like 17 degrees. Fuck, I was bullshit. I felt like it was colder than that, and then it was windy on top of that. So yeah, when it was windy, I was like, let me turn the other way because I'm not trying to be feeling like I'm gonna die over here. Because it was intense. Yeah, I'm not. And I heard my sister was saying that it's supposed to snow again on Saturday. Hopefully not, because I'm not trying to do that again. Because we literally just cleaned up like, I'm pretty sure it was over a feet of snow. Especially plus what the darn plowers who don't do their job right do, because they always push the snow in the area that doesn't need to go because they suck at what the hell they're doing. They don't. I remember this. I remember every time my dad and my family have done the snow, they always push the stinking right back in the area you just cleared out. And I'm thinking, oh, and you can't just flip them off. You really probably want to, which honestly, I probably sure I've wanted to several times, but that's not happening. It depends. Honestly, it depends. It's not rare. It depends on what it decides it wants to do. So I can't say that. Honestly, I feel like out of all the time I've lived here, this one is the worst I've seen. And then maybe back in my teenage years, I'm not looking forward to no darn snow. I need it to not snow again. I'm gonna need them not to do that. Like it already ruined my plans. I was trying to do something with my sisters for my birthday that was on the 17th. I was trying to do something for that on Sunday, but it snowed and it was really bad. So yeah, no, that was like literally horrible. No, because it started snowing on was it early? I think it was late Saturday or early Sunday. It was yes, it just was horrible out there. That's what it was. You never seen snow where you live? That's a good thing, I think. Honestly, snow is like, yeah. My ex was like, it's beautiful, but it's cold. Yeah, I'd say it's just cold to me. It's pretty, I guess, in a way. I didn't say that part. It's okay. I honestly, as a kid, it was okay still, but as an adult, I really hate it because the only thing snow means to me is I have to clean that crap up. That's what it means. Clean that crap up and then be aching for several days. And I really would not like to have to do that. But, and I also got to remember that you said you're going to probably not be on here in February next, so I can remember to make it sub only because then I don't have to deal with trolls. So yeah, well, so I guess I'll have to write myself a note so I remember not to do that because I'm not dealing with any trolls I don't want to deal with. Um, Honestly, I'm definitely gonna enjoy the celebratory stream because I enjoyed last time when we did that. It was me, you, and I don't remember who it was there. There wasn't that many people there, which I don't expect, honestly. Um, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think I'll do a little bit more of my live stream. I mean, my freelancing after I'm done here. Not too much because I've been overworking myself with it and then making my eyes real tired. So we're not gonna try not to overdo it, especially since I was shoveling earlier. You said there's a good chance you might still be here through February. It depends on the exact date. Are they gonna tell you the exact date, or are you just gonna find out when they shut it off? Because that's really garbage if you just find out when they shut it off. Because you already know I like being prepared about things, but I know if you don't know a date, I can't be prepared, which makes my anxiety worse. But it's not your fault though. It just happens to be unfortunately part of the stupid life, which I don't appreciate, but okay. Um, did I finish? I was watching this shit. I was watching two different shows last night. They were really good. Almost done watching Your Honor. Actually, no, I'm in the last episode of Your Honor. That's a really freaking good show. And then I gotta and then I also have what the heck am I at? And then I'm also was watching Killing Eve. That crap is great too, even though it's kind of insane. Thank God I don't have to deal with anyone like Oh, so you said you're dead? Man, I hate that. I'm sorry, I hate that. Why would they don't understand Mariah? If they knew Mariah, they would not do that to you. If they knew me, they would tell you an actual date because they'd be like Mariah is inconvenienced. Then they would just yeah. Actually, they probably would do it to make me mad just to say not a certain date. Um, my live streams can be good or bad because like I said, when I used to have when I used to have it over to the public, it could be bad, and when it was closed to just the people that are subscribed to the channel, it was good. So because it could be bad because some trolls thought they could just say whatever they wanted and have start an argument on my freaking celebratory stream, which yeah, that's not happening anymore. So I learned one thing I will say is as this channel has grown, I've learned what certain things work and certain things that don't work. Yeah, don't tell me anything about Killing Eve. I mean, because I need to watch it myself. I'm only on season 2. I just started that. Don't tell me nothing. Yeah, it's a good social for. My sister is finally watching How to Get Away with Murder. I'm so happy she's watching it because finally me and her have a show that we watched, and my other sister, I don't know if she's gonna watch it. So I think that's really cool. Well, we also have other shows we watch, but we didn't watch at the same time. But this show I actually watched before she does. She normally watches the shows that I watch. I'm sorry, that I'm watching after. She sometimes watches shows that I want to watch it for me. So this one I watch it for her. I think I had told both my sisters about it. Or maybe I didn't. I thought I told her about it. Maybe I didn't do that. Not sure. Um, that show. I thought honestly, my sister tells her not. I wasn't giving her any spoiler alerts by telling her that the guy that is playing that character is British. Is not a spoiler alert. It's just saying what he is in real life because he sounds American, so you wouldn't probably know. Yeah. Hopefully my dad's okay down there. I hear him coughing. I'll have to check on him after. Make sure he's okay. Um, but yeah, what else am I watching? Oh, sorry, I got distracted because I thought I heard something else out out there. Um, I think it's really cool when people that are not from like the U.S. can play U.S. acts. You play play characters using U.S. accents very well. Like the girl from 13 Reasons Why, the one who plays Hannah. She's not from the U.S., but I would have not known that unless I wouldn't have known that. I found out because I looked it up. I was like, what? Because her accent sounds so good, but when she speaks, I think she's either Australian or New Zealand. One of those two. I don't remember. I can't remember. I think she might be Australian. I think that's what she is. Um. Because I knew so far when I looked at it, I think you're the first, I think you're the only one that had voted. Nick. I think that I had saw Wednesday was chosen for my celebratory stream. I think you were the only one who voted. And if you're the only one who votes and that's the only choice that's chosen, that will be the choice that's made. If it's a tie, if it's both of them are chosen, then I'll choose the one that I want to choose instead of putting another poll up. So if you guys don't vote, then don't be mad if I pick the one that only one person votes for because. And also, I don't know who keeps voting. I don't know who keeps voting on my birthday stream thing, but because I have two other votes that were after the birthday stream was done. I don't know who did that, but the birthday stream was almost 2 weeks ago. Because I said almost, because it will be 2 weeks on the 31st. So there's no need to keep voting on that if it's already happened. Now, if you want to watch it, you sure can, but there's no point of voting on it because I'm not redoing that. Yeah, you can't set a closing date. All you can do is set an expiry date for one day. But what if someone wants to vote and you haven't gotten like for example, say there was no votes done for one day and then basically it closes with zero. Which in my opinion, if that happens, then I'm gonna pick whatever date is best for me. I don't understand why the darn expiration date is one day after the poll is put up. Why would they do that? They didn't. I'm surprised they don't at least have a 7 day maybe like 7 days after or 7 days. Like for example, if I did something on the 10th, the last date you can vote is the day of. I wish there was a way to like do that. And I looked and there's only 24 hours. I'm thinking, why would they do that? I would think polls could be like at least a couple days, if not like more than a day, definitely. But obviously no. And one thing I do know, I'm not sure when I'm doing new art. I'm definitely got to finish this freelancing job. That takes priority over making art, regardless if I like it or not. Especially since my art is not getting, no one is buying my art. So, in my opinion, I'm kind of wasting my time making it. Not that it doesn't matter to people, but I got to do, to me right now, I got to do what I'm getting paid to do, rather than something I like to do, but I'm not getting paid to do. So, yeah. So whenever I have time to do my art again, I'll do it. Like I'm not gonna put it on the forefront when I have something I'm getting paid to do and I got a deadline to get it done by. That won't be happening. So yeah. Like I said, sorry if you hear those noises. I told you my yeah, I honestly I do enjoy helping people, so it doesn't really matter if I enjoy the freelancing work that I do is not hard to do, so that's not the problem. It's just time consuming. So I will put, and I also like the client I'm working for because I worked for before, so that's the one thing I'll say. I like working for a client I've worked in the past, and I actually had a good, like it was a fine working relationship with, so it's good. There were some clients I did not like working for because they were not, when I asked them questions they weren't answering, they weren't there, so why would I want to deal with that? This particular client I'm working for right now is hi. But this particular client I've worked with before, so, and she's very responsive, so it makes it better. Like when I don't know something, she will answer, and she also told me I can email her if she doesn't answer on the weekend. I can email her the questions I have. So that tells me that you actually respect me as a person that's trying to do work for you. And she also said she was telling me before I even did this job, this secondary job. She was telling me that I could have done two of them, but I told her I'd rather work on the one because there's a good amount of stuff to do that. And if I'm finished in time, I can do a second one. But I don't want to be over ambitious and say I'm gonna do two. Because if you do two and you don't complete one, it like messes up your performance stuff because they can rate you on how well you do on something. And I don't want my thing messed up because I decided to take on more than I could do at one point. I always put work. I always put things that are paid for anything that I actually enjoy doing because I also just think it's more important to understand what you know is a passion and what actually can help pay your bills. So yeah, see that tells me that this client respects me because to me, if she's saying I could do two things she actually offered me before I even said anything about it, tells me that she must trust what I'm doing. I don't honestly. Most people, I feel like they say they trust you, but they don't actually trust you. So it tells me that she actually trusts what I'm doing. I always set my priorities right. And I always that's always how I've always been. I don't half-ass most things. So as like I said, my art's not gonna be half-assed. So the same with my work. My work never is half-assed. So I hope today we don't get any trolls, so I don't feel like dealing with any trolls today. Yeah. Uh, Also, what was else I was watching? I was watching Full House the other day, sometime this weekend. Um, I was doing other different things. Well, I understand no because I feel like because I'm trying to remind myself, Mariah, don't take on too much because then you will burn yourself. Because I burnt myself out with my previous job, so I'm trying to avoid the mistakes of my past that I did in the past, my future. Because I mean, in the future, because I don't want. What should I say? My point is, I like being reliable. I'm also reliable, so I remind myself, Mariah, you're a human. It's okay to take on one thing at a time, even if she doesn't have another job after I'm done this one, which I kind of think she might, but we'll see. Um, Technically, I will see because you won't see anything. The work isn't hard; it's just time consuming, and I rather give my full 100 percent attention to this because that's what I always do with any job I have, regardless if it's at home or in person job. I don't typically half-ass things unless I'm really burnt out. But I still don't even when I'm burnt out, I don't typically half-ass things. Some people half-ass things. Some people half-ass through life. That's not. I don't like doing that. So that's not happening. I think quality should definitely go over quantity, and I know she was saying she understood what I was saying when I said I'd rather not be over ambitious when it comes to saying I'm gonna accept two jobs and then you're expecting me to get them both done in the same time period when they have the same exact amount of work, which puts double stress on me. So I didn't say the double stress, but that's what I was thinking in my brain. Because I know most people probably would say, "Oh yeah, I can do both jobs," and then yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself, especially since I'm neurodivergent and add anxiety on top of being neurodivergent. That's not a good idea to put myself in a bag where I know I could have a meltdown if I take on more than I can do. Like for people that are neurotypical, maybe they can deal with that. But I know as being a neurodivergent, I already have the extra, like my when I'm about to have a meltdown, it's not gonna go well. So yeah, so I'm just gonna do what I can. At least I got until the end of next month, so I should be definitely done before then. I just don't know if I will be able to get another job on her because I don't know how many people she has lined up for her. It's not just me. Um, to me, that's how you know a client is for you because she reached out to me saying, "Mariah, are you available?" She asked me, she said, "Are you available? I have this you could do," which tells me she must think I'm a good worker Because if you don't, honestly, typically people that reach out to people when it comes to work, it means that they know the person's reliable. And the thing is, I don't rush through the work. I mean, I do it. It may take a while, but I'd rather take a while than rush through it, and then you have all these errors in it. And also, I'm glad my mom. One thing I'll say, I'm grateful for my mom, and that she was like, Mariah, it's okay to. She always told me it's okay to ask questions because I used to feel weird about always asking questions all the time. Like, but when I need to know something, it's okay to. I remember around myself, it's okay to ask questions. I do wonder who the people who voted for a poll who voted for my sorry, who voted for the birthday poll when it was already been past being finished. I don't quite understand that. You say you. Oh, thanks, Mildred. You don't know if you get called on a lot because people think you're reliable. Because it could be, honestly, it could be both for that. Honestly, for you, Nick, it could be both. And there ain't nothing wrong with you having the cheapest whatever, the cheapest price or whatever. But also, it could be mix of both because being cheap and also being reliable, they're both good things. Um, so there ain't nothing wrong with either, or it could be either one. But I suspect it's probably both. Um, Also, is it rare to like um question for your line of work? Is it rare to like be cheap for the work you do? I really wish that snow was not like that. Cause I wonder if that's what our neighbors were feeling when we were doing that outside, breaking the ice up. Because we actually had to use a metal shovel to freaking break the ice. I've never had to do that before. Metal shovel to break the ice, and then because the plastic shovel would not break it. Sorry, the ice mixed with snow. It was like ridiculous. I wonder how much. I know. I think I don't. I can't remember what all the states that got affected by the snow. It was a lot of states. I know Texas got affected. I'm not sure if it's. I think it's a lot. It's a lot. My mom said it was. I think she said. Did she say two? I think she said 220 million people were affected by the snow. I don't know exactly all the locations. What is the call out though? I don't know. Wait, do you mean like as in you go to them? Is that what the call out's called? Like, oh, so it's basically travel costs, and time to get there. Okay, that makes sense. Um, what was I gonna say? I know both. I don't know. Mildred, did you vote? Because I know Nick voted because he told me he voted. I don't know if you voted. I really wish the thinking thing would tell me who voted so I could know who voted on my side. I don't want everyone else to know, but I would like to know who voted so then I don't have to ask people did they vote. That would like be. I literally wish they would do that on YouTube. They should have like a thing where the creator of the channel can see who votes in their thing, not everybody else, just the creator. So you don't have to. So if they voted, I don't have to ask because I already know. Same with honestly, I still think also I think the same thing with the moderators and the creator. The creator and the moderators should be able to have their own little chat here on the side or something, make a little space, and then like the all of the people who are in the chat can speak, but I can see if they're trying to tell me a message. I don't have to like figure it out. Oh, you're planning to vote after the stream? Okay. Like I said, Mildred, I don't know when I'll be doing new art again. until I'm done this job. And if I get another job after it, it will be whenever I'm available again. So, and I know the only reason I tell you is because I know you like looking at my art, so that's why I said that. I see they've changed the mod badges from. Wait, what's that mean? Spanner to a shield? Huh? What do you mean? I don't think I knew that, but okay. Maybe that's the thing other people can see. I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but you must know. So it's fine. Uh, since you're the only one who my chat, I think I'll do this for an hour since I don't see any. Unless some new people come in, then maybe an hour and a half. But I am also exhausted. So we'll see. I'm glad I'm teaching myself taking breaks is okay, even though I don't feel like it is okay at the same time. It's like a two. You said the bad, the bad just after. I don't think I wait. You come out in the live stream. Can I see it? I don't see anything after your name in the live stream. So if that's what you're talking about, I don't see it. If you're talking about in the comment section, I don't know. I haven't really paid attention as much. I've seen. I actually know in the comment section. I don't think I see it either. Because I've looked in my when I look at my comments, which I actually do read. I don't think people think I read them. I do read them. Because that's how I know if I should remove a comment or not. Because I don't deal with disrespectful comments on my channel. Like disrespectful comments that get blocked and the person gets blocked and removed, and I don't care. I'm dealing with disrespectful people that think they can say whatever the heck they want to me. Like in the past, I'd be getting upset about it, but forget that mess. They don't deserve that. Especially the ones who don't follow the rules. I'm not dealing with that at all. It'll be a media block. Because obviously people that write things don't read the rules, which is fine by me. Oh, you said it's interesting? Sorry, I heard something. I don't know what that was. It was to my neighbor. I hope my neighbor didn't fall in, which makes me kind of nervous. But I'll be fine. I would check after the. I really want to check, but at the same time, I don't want to check because then you'll see me react on the live stream, and I don't want to see that. But it came from over here, so I don't think it was my. Pretty sure, definitely know it wasn't my neighbor across the way. I heard the sound over there. You said it's interesting. It's only in the live chat. A blue cube. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see any of that, so I don't know. Should it's a shield, do you think? Yeah, I don't see what you're talking about, so I have no idea. Did I do anything special? Wait, did either one of you have any special things you did on your birthday? I only went to the movies on my birthday. And my sisters encouraged me to go on my own. I've gone to the movies by myself. I just don't like going places by myself. I like to have my safe people there, and I don't like not doing things. I think I said that on the Monday stream after my birthday though. I said it last Monday, I'm pretty sure. Actually no, I know I said it last Monday. I don't know what Nick did though. So I can't answer for him. And you don't need to apologize, Mildred, you're fine. Oh, I saw the housemaid. That's funny. I'm sorry, it made me laugh. Only because I read the last part where you said I read the whole thing, but the last part made me laugh. The last like sent part of the sentence made me laugh though. I hate being born in the winter. Freaking cropping. Then why did you say a little drunk? Bet you were some kind of crazy person. Some people that funny thing is one person I know one person from college. I knew a guy from college. Still know him, but that's not the point. He would be drunk, but he'd be like the most quiet person. It would just really. It's not that he was ever boisterous or anything, but it's almost like he was more quiet than when he actually is sober, which is really odd. I've never seen that. So that's the opposite for me. I don't know what the hell I don't. I would say my. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm more myself when I'm not when I'm drunk. Unfortunately, because I suppress a lot of it because I'm not getting it hurt. That's why I suppress a lot of that. Wait, yeah. See, even Mildred thinks it's funny, Nick, because I'm not the only one. Oh. Hopefully, if you were really drunk and you didn't do things that you don't remember, and hopefully no one if you did do things you don't remember, hopefully no one recorded it. So yeah, that would suck. Hmm. Yeah. So weird. I was born in the winter, but you were born in the summer. That's so weird. Every time I think about it, I'm like, what the? No, if you lived here, you would have been born in the winter. If I lived there, I'd been born in the summer. That is so odd to me. I know why. It just in my brain, it like doesn't make sense. But at the same time, I understand why it is that way. I don't like being born in the winter for real. It ruined my plan. Like I don't appreciate that being ruined. Yeah. I'm thinking. Wait, well, you know, honestly, if you're nothing, there is nothing wrong with being drunk, as long as you didn't do something that may offended somebody else. That's okay. You said you very seldomly get the chance to get drunk these days, so I'm okay with it. Honestly, you're like my one of my friends from college. That's how he is. That's how he was. At least I doubt it changed though, just because we're grown. Just because we're a lot older than we were then. Um, I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that was drunk and they were like quiet. I literally, actually, I'm pretty certain I've never seen anyone that was drunk and quiet. I don't think I've ever seen that. Now I remember this one time, me and my sister and one of my college. I'm trying to think of this college roommates, whatever. Huh? I looked at a ballerina. It's because I was outside shoveling the snow. Unfortunately, that was a mess with my dad and my whole family. So that was a bull. It was garbage out there, man. I really didn't like. It was cold. My fingers were frozen. I think I don't do I don't do beer, so I don't like beer. I guess I'd be considered bougie. I just don't. At least I don't like American beer. I don't know about any other beer. I don't like American. Ugh, that crap is nasty. I hate that crap. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's a good thing I've never been drunk outside of my house. 'Cause I'm kind of terrified I'd do something and then not remember doing it and it'd be a whole mess. Yes. Okay. Hmm. You said you don't think you did. You remember you spilled your beer, but not managing to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah, I don't like shoveling snow. Shoveling snow is annoying. Like, no, that's a negative. Um, but that means you think I look pretty then. No, didn't you say I look like a ballerina? Because ballerinas, I think they're really pretty. The way they I think the way they dress is really nice, and then also I love their gracefulness. So that's a compliment to me because I wish I could have been a ballerina. Yeah, but I don't have the balance for that, unfortunately. Never had it. I can't speak for that because I never had Portuguese beer. Nick, I don't know anything about that. wait a second. I you said it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's the worst to my brain because that's the only one I've ever had. It tastes disgusting. It smells disgusting. I swear. I remember, like I said in college, I know there was someone who was drinking, but they're not supposed to drink, which is weird because you're not supposed to drink in the freaking on campus. You're not supposed to. But when we went past this room, it smelled like when beer has been sitting or whatever. The smell it has after, it's the most disgusting. So I don't even know how to explain what it smells like to you. It's my brain, like, when I smell it, when my nose smells that, my brain wants to, like, make me throw up, but I didn't throw up. That's all the smell makes me, ugh. That's how I don't like the smell. The smell isn't, it's, I don't know what it is about it. It's just disgusting. It's the most disgusting smell I've ever smelled. I smell other things, but that's disgusting to me. I don't know. I don't. Nick, you can't ask me. I said I don't like beers, or I don't know. Maybe ask. Maybe Mildred knows. I don't know. I told you I don't know. I don't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like beer, so I would not go out of my way to actually look up the beer on purpose. You little, you little, you little jerk. That was some. I'm talking to Nick, Mildred, not you. I read what you said. But that is some bullcrap. Why don't you ask somebody that knows how to? I don't know anything about beer like that because I told you I don't like it. At least the one here. I heard that they say German and other different kind of beer tastes good. I don't know. I have no idea because I've never had any beer from other countries. Maybe other countries' beer tastes better than ours. That crap don't. Here, heck no. I don't care. I don't know. I don't. It just tastes nasty. I've had it before and it's disgusting. I'm not ever drinking that again. The only way you ever see me drinking beer is unless someone must have drugged me. That's the only way that'll happen. I said that. It's the only way that will ever happen if I'm drugged. Other than that, you won't see that happening. Oh yeah, wait. I did tell you guys. I think I told you last week. That I've never been carded at the movie theater, and my sisters and my parents are like why did you get carded? I've never been carded ever when I go to the movie theater. But then I'm thinking maybe because this girl was young, she may have thought I was her age. Thank God I'm not going. I told my sister I'd never go back to being 17. I don't ever want to be that age again. Technically, I just don't want to be my teenage years because that crap was bull crap. I did those years, so no. You said German beer is usually very good. It sounds like it's a. I'm sorry, German beer sounds like it's good. I don't know if it actually is though. South Africa, South African beer is above average. Honestly, above average sounds good. It's not average. I don't know. I can't rate. Well, of course you take it as a compliment. You don't understand. My whole life, or most of my life, I've been told I'm underage. I don't like that. So for me, it's not a compliment. I take it as an insult because most of my life I've been told by multiple people all the time. So after a point, it gets annoying. Like if you get told that once in a while, that's whatever. But being told it so often, it's enough. So no, I don't take that as a compliment. I take it as an insult because I don't want to be looking like I'm 17 years old. I don't want to go back to that. Um, Is there a different drink? I like whiskey, but the thing burns. Oh, whiskey with bourbon, that thing burns like hell. I've had it before. Yeah, it ain't. I don't know. I just know I definitely don't like beer, so I do know. I haven't had too many drinks, so I can't tell you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Nick, I just left it alone. Thank you for dealing with it because I was like, I don't even know what that means. Because if I don't know, they should have specified what that means. So if they're not going to specify, I'm just not going to touch it. Um, I am staying positive. I'm fine. Um, but like I said, I'm just grateful that I haven't given up on myself and um still alive. Can't believe I'm coming up on 5 years of, wow, soon I'll be, well, a few more, well, about 4 more months. Then it'll be, sorry, that is really distracting. It's my misophonia. I can't see, also it's being autistic, I can hear things very sharply, unfortunately, which I don't, not ashamed of. Back to saying, it's almost been almost 5 years, uh, suicide attempt free, I guess is how you say it, which is good for me because there was a point where I couldn't stop doing them. So, um, and I think, well, at least I think it's good. I don't really care if anyone else thinks it's good. I think it's good. Um, I am very curious to see who comes to this celebratory stream whenever it is happening because I think it's going to. I'm more convinced it's going to happen next Wednesday than 2 weeks from. Well, not 2 weeks. A week from next Thursday. But I guess we'll see. I don't think I've ever tried them separate. Oh, I've never tried. Back no, I have never tried brandy. I've tried whiskey mixed with bourbon. That thing was woo. That thing, man, my throat. I was like, who said one of them said? I think it was either my dad or my dad was like, it probably doesn't burn that bad. It burned. My mom was like, yeah, it does actually. It just I didn't realize it was a hot like drink. I didn't know that. Let's go. So I was just trying to try something because I never tried certain. I don't really drink like that. So I was trying to try something new. So that didn't work out. Yeah. But I definitely know I'm not gonna get drunk because yeah, bad experience there. So Mariah's not doing that to herself ever again. I don't like getting so drunk I get sick. That actually made me. Well, this particular one had it mixed with both. This particular one I bought had it mixed with whiskey and bourbon, so that's why that happened. Yeah, I realized, Mariah, you can't drink so much that you get yourself sick. It's like a horrible thing. That makes more sense why you don't. I think it was 70 proof. I don't know if that's really strong or not. I know 100 proof is extremely like strong. It's basically like drinking Epiclear, they say. Um, but yeah, I don't drink like that, which I'm fine with. I know some people are like, okay, Mariah, you should drink more. And actually, no, I shouldn't. Especially because the way that I act when I'm drunk is not a good. Like, if I'm around my safe people, it's fine. But if I'm around people that I don't know, that's a problem because I won't know what the hell I did, and that's a problem. So yeah, no. Well, I'm sorry you had a bad experience with Scotch. I don't think I've ever heard Scotch whiskey together. No, that's different. Hmm. You need to get your. I knew what you meant though when you said it. No, but I think you wrote it. No, I thought whiskey had an E in it. Huh? Some reason I thought whiskey had an E in it. Maybe I'm misspelling it wrong. I don't know anymore. Because sometimes words look different. Sometimes words look like they're spelled right, but they're spelled wrong. And then other times words are spelled right, but they look like they're wrong. Oh, there's two. Oh, see, I didn't. See, I didn't know that. Never mind. My bad. See, I told you I didn't know. I didn't know that. My bad. I did not know that. But so the Irish Mariah, it's fine. You're doing fine. So Irish whiskey has an E and then Scotch doesn't. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. Why do they do that? See what I'm saying? If it's English, then I don't get it. Like when I'm saying if it's English, like from here English, like the U.S. English, I don't understand that. Why is the E not in there? See what I'm saying? They do too. This country be doing too much with this grammar thing. Like I said, grammar thing. Uh, That is honestly, it's confusing. So I can understand why it confuses you, because it confused me. Because I thought there was an e in it too before you said there's no e in it. So I don't know why the word wouldn't be consistently with an e or consistently without the e. That's ridiculous. Like that's confusing. Um, hey Mildred, can I ask you a question? Because I know you've been on Twitter and I'm not going on there again. I refuse to. Um, have you seen Costas on there? Yeah, I prefer the whiskey with an E too, Nick, because it just sounds right. It don't look right. It does not look right without the E to me. It almost looks like whisker, but I know it's not whisker. You know what I'm talking about. You are all like, what the hell, Mariah? That sounds weird. You're so embarrassed of English. Wish I could speak anything else. Honestly, English gets on my nerves, and I'm from here, and I am from the U.S. and English gets on my nerves. But also, I'm dyslexic, so maybe that's another reason why it gets on my Yes, actually, that's another reason why it gets on my nerves. The dyslexic side of me does not like all these stupid grammar rules that my brain does not um process with a K, not with the C. But what's I say? My brain. Oh yes, being dyslexic, having these stupid grammar rules and all these stupid changes all the stupid time, having to remember them, just a whole lot. I really don't think the English language is made for people that have disabilities. Definitely ones that are dealing with reading. They did not think about what the hell you're gonna do with like how the hell people that have that are dyslexic gonna understand how to do how they're gonna speak properly. Like if they had just made a rule and like one set of rules and all these stupid ass changes all the time, people wouldn't be confused. Like, oh, you shouldn't use the I. I hate the I before the Y, except after. It's so stupid. I hate it. Like the I before the Y, except after C. I hate these rules. Like sometimes certain letters are silent. What? Can't you just like? It irritates my brain. Like being. I don't think people understand when people just have people that have typical minds don't understand how much it is stressful for people that have invisible disabilities that deal with having to do like for me having to deal with how does this is this a long a freaking short I hate these damn rules, they make me aggravated, like hence why I have anxiety when it comes to read. Another reason probably why I have anxiety coming to reading, I know it's from past wound, but those rules on top of it is making it harder for me. Like it's basically saying, "Oh, we don't give a shit about anybody but of the neurotypicals over here." That's what I feel like they get for the U.S. I don't know about in other countries, but here that's what it seems like. Oh, we don't give a shit about any of the other people. Like dyslexic, we don't give a crap about autistics. We don't care because like we also autistics can have problems with reading because let's be honest, some of the dumb words sound the same, like read and read. Why would you do that? They are spelled the exact same way, but you pronounce them differently. So like for certain things, how would you know if it's? But I guess you have to look at the whole context of the sentence. See what I'm saying? This country just gets on my nerves, yo. It does. Like they couldn't have made it harder for any darn language. That's one still hard coded into my tears and tears. Freaking, I freaking don't. You see what I'm saying? Tears and tears. You have the same thing with read and read. And I'm not talking about like as in read the color. I'm talking about read in the past tense. You've already read it. You got read like, and then you also have read. They're spelled the exact same, but they're said differently. Why would it? See what I hate? I hate certain words. Like, why would you do that? And they're spelled exactly the same way. So like, only reason you would know that it's a particular difference in them is because the sentence doesn't make sense. Like, if you have to choose those in a thing, how would you know which one to choose if they're the exact same word? Like, if they're wrote this, if they're written the same way, how are you gonna know which one to choose? If you have two different, like for example, you have tears and tears, how do you know which one to choose of those? Like, I don't like some words sound the same, yeah, but they are different. I think are they called homophones? Some something. English is not my first I'm not gonna lie. I always hated English in school because all the stupid grammar rules. Mariah is not good at English because of being dyslexic. Um, yeah, that's a good point. No and no. That's a great point. You're right. I'm sure there's a lot of words like that. I just can't think of them right now. It's ridiculous. Like act, like there's certain ones like axe and axe. Like the one with the like the weapon and the other one you're asking a question. Those sound similar. So do just I can't think of one. I had one in my brain. Shoot. Like I don't two that's a good point. Those are the same. See what I'm saying? This I And if you're not definitely if you're not for people that are dyslexic plus people that are not native English speakers would not probably get some of these. They wouldn't know them off the bat because they're so different. Like the words are different, but they sound the same, so it like can confuse you. Like if you're like new to this country, that's like your first day, you would not know there's all these different. You might not know. You might have heard about them, but you may not realize. Oh, they're different in a sentence. You can't always use one or the other. You have to pay attention to the context of the sentence. It's actually really annoying, by the way. Um, so yeah. Honestly, I don't miss being on social media. I don't really miss being on don't miss being on Facebook, don't miss being on Twitter. I don't really miss on being on. I like being on YouTube, Patreon, and Coffee. Those three I like being on because that means I don't have to worry about what people are saying or not saying or whatever, interacting with me or not. I don't care. Like the people that want to interact with me will actively on this platform or my other two, Coffee and Patreon. And if they don't, then that means they don't care and I'm not worried about it. And my best friend can talk to me on my phone if she wants to talk to me on there. Same with my ex. So whatever, because at one point I didn't have Facebook again, so and at one point I didn't have Twitter, so that's fine too. They'll stay up, but I doubt I'm actually no, I don't plan on deleting them, but I don't plan on going back on them. Oh, actually, maybe I should delete them so then people won't be like, oh well. No, I'll just leave them. But I may just be inactive, which is fine by me. What'd you say? You said it's such a fussy, weird language and feels like there's no special culture. There's never going to be cultural payoff being, at least I don't think there is, for that. All the trouble, like good food. As far as I'm concerned, if someone can speak a language well enough to be understood, it's good enough. Unfortunately, in school, that's not how that works. Just because you can speak it well enough doesn't mean you're going to pass classes or tests or anything. Because I remember one of my, I don't know if he was my friend or not, whatever. Someone I know had to take an English test because they were trying to be an actor, and it was like I think it was an oral test, and I think it was written, and I think it was also oral, and I don't remember if he passed, and I'm not sure if he did, but I know that being good enough wouldn't work because I think there has to be a certain grade you have to get. I think it was prerequisite for trying to get into a school out of the country, out of where he's from, not in this country, in a different country. So, oh, you meant good. Oh, you mean soul food. Okay. I like soul food, but I also like Caribbean food, so which makes sense because I'm half Caribbean, so that would make sense. Jeez. Any other questions? Since we're almost at 1 hour, and you're the only two that's been here since I haven't seen anybody else. I did say it. I don't think anybody else will be going to an hour in my chat. So these days they're setting the standards a lot lower in English, and well, that's really that's shitty. That is really shitty. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also finished watching. I forgot. I think I said I didn't say I finished watching Found. That was a good show. I like that show a lot. Definitely need to finish watching 13 Reasons Why. I feel like the fourth season is kind of interesting though. Any last questions? Nope, because I told you I'm watching different things. Like sometimes I feel like my um ready to watch that because sometimes when I'm already watched something really intense, I don't want to watch something else that's intense after it. Because sometimes like when I'm watching a show that's really intense, like for example, uh, shoot, what the heck else was I watching? I was watching something that was intense, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch something that's deep and intense, and then watch something else that's deep and intense and make me upset because I get upset. I get triggered really easily, which is probably something to do with being neurodivergent. Honestly, I like it, but I feel like if I was a teenager watching that, I don't think I could have handled that if I had been a teenager at the time when watching it. But also, I know I wasn't a teenager when it came out. I didn't realize it came out in 2017, but I probably wouldn't have been able to watch it back then because if it happened around the time, if it came out around the time my grandmother passed, I wouldn't have been able to watch nothing because I was not in the right headspace. I probably would have tried to harm myself because that first season talks about suicide, and I was not in a good mental headspace when that happened when my after my grandmother passed. So maybe it's a good thing I found it later on in time, not when I did not need it. So I just think it's intense. So sometimes if you're not in the right headspace, definitely if you're not in the right, I like that they say if you're not in the right headspace or if you're going through stuff, they tell you to talk to someone, and they also probably say they give those warnings, so they just basically are trying to say they're trying to say look after yourself before you decide to watch something that could like possibly give you some um maybe bad thoughts or triggering for you. So yeah, thank you too for as always for attending like and interacting with me. Oh, that was your last question. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Thank you for both of you attending and for those who watch later. Uh, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.